So
Biden will be reelected.
You are on his advisory committee.
Deservedly so. Noah, masterclass. It's just simple. You cannot, in modern times, I say this with respect, at peril of some previous Democrats maybe being a little insulted by this. His legislative accomplishments the last 2.5 years, there's just nothing that comes close. And you're seeing the results all across this country already.
Oh, it's time to throw some damn papers. And if I wasn't gonna damage Wise my studio, I'd throw my fire extinguisher. No other administration, none. Really, sir? Wise, we just got through talking about how they let the child tax credit expire and catapulted babies back into poverty. We just got done talking about how they took away the rights of members, workers within the rail industry not to be able to strike to get paid sick leave. Hello, somebody? They increased the military industrial complex's budget. They taken away the emergency for COVID, even though people still catching hell. Eggs are at an all-time high. The chicken wing is cheaper than the eggs. And you saying some Democrats may be offended by this, sir? No, Democrats should, the people of this country should be offended by the conditions by which people are still navigating. Lord have mercy on my soul, Wise, I can't take it. You know, they a bunch of Kool-Aid drinkers. Put Wise up, y'all. We just gonna have this conversation. They a bunch of Kool-Aid drinkers. And then he talking to Jen Psaki, who was the former press secretary for President Biden.
Incredible.
I mean, they allow people to fill up. But go ahead, Wise.
It's truly incredible, and it's so tone deaf. Of course, this is the guy who's shutting down California, but yet having $1,200 lunch dates with his donors and homies at the French Laundry up in Napa Valley. Of course, this guy is about as tone deaf as they come. There are people out here actually struggling and hurting, and yes. It was nice when Joe Biden stepped up and got some people some $1,400 checks, even though they promised $2,000. But guess what? Those same checks, his freaking Fed chief is now in the process of trying their damnness to punish American workers. They're trying to induce a recession because they want to dampen worker strength. That's Joe Biden's Fed. This is what these people are doing. We already talked about what they did with the rail workers.
And Wise, he kept the Fed chair. I mean, he kept what Trump had. So again,
of course,
he's talking about these corporatist Dems are similar. I mean, it's the same coin, just different size. And let us not forget that Gavin Newsom, God bless his soul, is angling to run for president. So he wanted to be in the good graces just in case. So he either gonna run this time or he gonna run next time. But that's primarily what this is all about.
Yeah, I mean, Gavin Newsom, he says the right things about these sort of social issues. He pays them great lip service. And he is absolutely obsessed and works at the behest of the donor class and the corporate class. So therefore, Senator Turner, he's the perfect establishment Dem. We know that.
He is.
He is just picture perfect for that set of folks.
No, he is, and he got the look and the hype and all that other superficial stuff that people wanna see in a presidential candidate. But baby, I will choose substance over symbol any day. So Wise, let's put this up. This is what so he said this is a great administration, everything's going good, the best administration ever. See, that's where you get messed up when you're talking about ever. Because I think passing the Civil Rights Act and the Voting Rights Act.
I mean, talk about
Come on now, come on. I think the 13th, 14th, and 15th amendments to the Constitution, it with a caveat with the 13th. We can talk about 13th because there was a loophole in that thing. But I'm just saying, when you say the best ever, and not take real analysis about how people right now are suffering in real time in this country. Now, it's all right to say he did a few good things. It's all right to say that. And if that's your cat, that's good too. But you can't say the best ever. while children are wallowing in poverty. You can't say the best ever. We got mass shootings, it seems like almost every other day in this country. You can't say the best ever when you got GOP-controlled legislatures turning back the hands of time and GOP governors like that governor in Florida, the sanctimonious, trying to wipe away Black history and the existence of Black people. You can't say the best ever when you ain't willing to gas up the jet and go all up in Tennessee when those racist Republican members expelled 2 Black members for standing up against the slaughter of children who didn't even live in a district, which they were supposed to stand up. Because when something like that of that magnitude happens, this ain't about geography no more. You can't say the best ever. But he said it any damn way because again, he angling. But this is it. We ain't got to angle on boss. We can tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Now here is Biden's current approval rating. Team, look at this with a stunning 52% disapproval rating. Governor Gavin Newsom.
It's laughable, and guess what? I live in the state of California, where this is the ultimate indictment of establishment Dems.
Come on.
The state of California, where the state house, the state house and the governorship are both run and governed unimpeded by the Republicans. It's all Democrat, and guess what? This isn't some paradise for working people. This isn't some paradise for normal everyday folks. If you got some paper, yes, California is great. It's working fantastically for you. If you are any other type of resident, it's not, and there's nothing stopping these folks. The state is rich as hell. There is an incredible economic base that they could be doing all this wonderful stuff for people if they so wanted to. But I think places like California, to be honest, is the greatest indictment of Democrats that exists, because they don't have the Republican boogeyman to scare us with. Oh, you have to vote for us because if the Republicans come, it's gonna be so horrible. That doesn't exist here as an impediment, and yet things are not going great.
Come on, Wosny.
And Gavin Newsom is at the head of that.
So. At the head of no universal health care. You know, when the man ran the first time, he promised that. I remember him getting the endorsement of the United, the nurses, National Nurses United, whose major issue was Medicare for all. And then this dude backed away from that. And while you got some members of the California legislature pushing, you got others. And as you just said, Wos, they ain't got Republicans to blame in the great state of California. But they ain't did it. See, so he just like all the rest.